Hello, people, and how you all doing today? It's been a long time since I made my previous video, which I can't really remember what that topic was on. I'm trying to think now. I mean, there's been a lot going on. I've been trying to think of a new video to make. I could talk about the Russia-Ukraine, but I have been told by a friend and probably a few other people to do movie reviews. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to be uploading. I'm going to be talking about one video about one movie and another video about another movie, which makes it easier so I could talk about that movie in one whole video instead of just doing different sections as such. I could do that, but I've seen a lot of movies. A majority of movies I've been watching the whole movie, so and there'd be some are good. I've got to tell you, there's probably two or three that are bad, and I've seen them. They're the worst, and it's not going to be what you would think they are. You might not even heard of those three bad movies I would mention at some point. I mean, guess this could be a good movie review for the first videos and do bad ones. So yes, the movie I'm going to be talking about today is probably one of the best, if not the best horror movies I've ever seen. That is Saw. If you haven't seen Saw, I would recommend you to watch it. And it's not even a question if it's the best, it is the best. That's not an opinion, it's a straight up fact. Now, I wouldn't be saying it's a fact if I haven't seen it for myself. I've seen all the Saws. Particularly, the best ones are probably the first four. Now, the fifth one, there was a bit too much dialogue. I think it was either the fourth or fifth one that had a bit too much dialogue and less traps and tensions to it. But to be fair, it's probably the best movie, especially how there's traps that's been set up for people that have done stuff but done bad stuff to other people. And what I like about it was that some of the traps are relevant to how those bad people used to treat those their victims as such. And I would say the first one's probably the best one because I'm not really going to mention the twist just in case there's people that haven't seen out there. The first one's probably the best one, and particularly the end part, which is probably the most best ending to any horror movie you would ever see in your life. And it's just I love how the stories come in when they recap and they talk about how they how the master of these traps are. And it's just great to get into the serial killer's mind as well. It's fascinating, especially the main serial killer that he comes out at the end of the movie. I gave it a little bit away there, but it's just great how what he says, and he makes some good quotes in the movies too, and he makes some good points, but he goes about it the wrong way. And there, the first one's just great. It's just incredible how different, like they go into different sections of each story and their whole lifestyle, and it all comes back to them. The second was also great too. The third one brilliant. Fourth good as well. I think the fifth one has a bit too much dialogue, which I didn't really wasn't a fan of. Sixth one, it just keeps continuing. There's all different traps. It's great. The storyline's brilliant as well. I was gripped on it. It's that sort of horror movie where it's not scary. It's gripping and intense with the traps. It keeps you hooked at the edge of your seat. I think there was one person I spoke to, and she practically said Saw was one of the worst movies. That's a bit of delusion right there because I don't see anything bad with Saw at all. In fact, I wish they didn't. I wish they made more Saw movies. However, I think they ran out of traps because all the traps that were used on these people were fascinating. It was just all like exciting. They had different ideas in each movie. The last one was brilliant as well, particularly like especially one of the victims in one of the movies comes back, and I didn't realize it at first. I was like, oh, I didn't know he was still alive. I thought they were going to bring him back again. So I did give out a bit of clues here and there, but you got to watch the movie. Like there's probably actors that you probably recognize. I don't know how old the first one is, but I got to tell you the first and last one are probably my favorite ones. They're probably the best movies. Like especially the music as well, a little bit here and there, like the end music as well, and with the way the serial killer talks, it's so like he's a proper serial killer with how his mind works, and the thing is, he wants justice for the victims, which that's a good thing. He's doing partly a good thing, but then he goes about the wrong, which is really clever. To be honest, those criminals kind of deserve some karma back in such. And yeah, I like how he tricks people and he manipulates them into getting to do certain things. And when they escape, it's a good thing, but yeah, another person falls into their trap. It could be someone else that the victim knows. It could be someone different that comes into it. It's just incredible. Like, I'm remembering scenes now just by talking about it. I'll definitely give this movie a 10 out of 10. Just for the overall storyline, the tension of it, just each character's personalities. I think I mentioned traps. I don't know if I mentioned that already. Just in depth detail. It's just an insane, movie. It's so different compared to Hostel as such, because Hostel is a bit more gruesome and disturbing and more like sadistic. This one has a bit more meaning to it, where there's reasons for this to happen. It sort of makes you feel like, some these criminals do deserve what's happened to them, but it's sort of crazy. And there is jump scares in the movie, but only two. It's very minor. It's not a jump scare movie. It's just very minor. And I watched all of them. I was gripped on them. Yeah, I think there was two of them. One or two of them was probably a bit longer than the other movies, but it's well worth it. It can drag, but it can drag itself a bit, but it's well worth it. I would recommend this movie to anybody. And it's a shame they had one called The Final Chapter, because I want to see more. I want to see Saw 8. I want to see Saw 9. But apparently I think they ran out of ideas, which is a mega shame. Like, if I had to choose, I think that movie's way better. That's the best horror movie I could ever watch. There is other horror movies out there that I'm still waiting to watch. And the main genre I'm into horror movies is found footage. If any of you have not heard of found footage horror, it is a must. It is a must watch genre of horror. It's new, it's different, it's original. It's kind of like, it's you may think, oh, it's just a video camera, Frankie. It's just shot on mobile phone. It's worth it because you're getting to see first person views right there from the first person. That makes it more scarier. It's different compared to other horror movies you watch where they have effects with all the jump scares in them and stuff. It's well worth it. And I will talk more about found footage horror movies in the next video. I know I expected this video to be a bit longer, but I wanted to give you something. I wanted to upload something to pass by time. And yeah, so I would recommend you watch it. And I'm on a site called F Movies. I was on Tiny's own TV, but apparently I can't sign back into that now. They sort of removed the option. F Movies might as well. I don't know. But it's a great way to save movies. It's a great way to watch movies. And it's free as well. Apart from the pop-ups. Yeah, that might be a bit... You might not want to risk that if you don't want to. But I still do it. I might be getting Netflix as well at some point when I do move or however. I don't know. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Enjoy the rest of your day. Like if you want to. Comment. Subscribe. Share my videos and hit the bell notifications below. And yeah, so peace out.